But Johnny, let's end the podcast staying in the DC kind of universe, not the extended universe, but staying with our DC heroes. And we're going to be talking about a TV series we haven't talked about in a while. I mentioned the streaming service at the beginning of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Titans. TV series coming to the DC streaming service. And we got a little bit of, not news, just some cool pictures where I guess the Titans Brazil Twitter account posted photos of Jason, the actor playing Jason Todd, as well as a little bit of the set with the house that they are filming at. So you look at that and you go, all right, Ricky, where's the story here? What are you trying to do with this? So here's what I'm going to do. We haven't talked about Jason Todd in the Titans TV series. I'm going to say film. It's not a film. It's a TV series. But we haven't talked about it. We've talked about Trigon. We've talked about Beast Boy. We've talked about Starfire. We've talked about Robin. We haven't talked about Jason Todd because before this, I didn't even know Jason Todd was going to be officially in Titan. So here's the question that I'm going to ask you, Johnny, to start things off.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to the Titans TV series, how should Jason Todd fit in? Because most people may be looking at it going, isn't this a Batman thing? Like, don't we need to have the connection of Batman to Jason Todd, you let me die, no I didn't, before we get him at all in this? And how could they do that without a Batman character? There's going to be Batman references, because there is like the bat signal and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be scenes flashing back with a young Robin and Batman. How do you think his origin story fits into this and how he developed through Titans?
I wonder if it's either going to be... That's actually a good question. I'm trying to think how it could be thrown in there. Because, I mean, you could do it in the idea of Red Hood's kind of already around and he becomes like a little like lower side villain that they have to deal with once in a while. Mostly because maybe he's antagonizing them in the sense because I used to be,
basically with Dick Grayson, I used to be you.
No, I mean,
I used to be Robin.
Jason Todd goes to the Robin now in a sense and goes, yeah, I used to be you.
True. Yeah.
Or it could be just this Jason Todd is not a Red Hood and he is our Robin.
Yeah. And I mean, I didn't even think about that. What if he, like... He's
not Red Hood, he's just our Robin.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, what if they... Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to run with that for a second. I'm going to run with that before I give you mine.
Doesn't turn out well.
So, here's what I'm thinking. What if he's already Robin, doing the whole Batman thing? What if, not this season, next season... What if they do a Jason Todd dies, death in the family?
Maybe.
Where we get to know him this entire season as Robin. Next season, it's like an episode arc, maybe an episode event of death in the family where he dies and then he comes back as Red Hood.
Maybe.
Because what I'm thinking is similar to that where... To me, I'm thinking this is post-death in the family. So Jason Todd is understandably dead.
Yeah.
And the shock value of just one episode, Dick Grayson, because here's the thing with Robins. Tim Drake and Damian Wayne are not, like, they're going to know who Jason Todd is, because I'm assuming Batman has told them, or they at least know because Batman, or for Damian, Daddy, doesn't want to tell me what happened to Jason Todd, but, Alfred kind of filled me in on some of the clues. But Dick Grayson is the only Robin that actually knows Jason Todd and has actually been around when he was alive, because Dick Grayson's the only one that I left, did my own thing, and then Jason Todd came into it and he was able to see that. So what if this is, because we know in this one that it's going to be basically... Dick Grayson's taking the Nightwing mantle for this Teen Titans, and he's not going to be Robin. Although we've seen him in the Robin costume, that's more for flashbacks, I think. Or by like the end of episode 1, he takes off the Robin and he puts on the Nightwing. But with Jason Todd, I don't see that being the case. So he's Nightwing, and Dick Grayson sees, holy shit, is that Jason Todd? And like... that, like, the whole thing of, is that Jason? They have their conversations every once in a while where it's like, I thought you were dead, this whole thing. And this season, kind of as a side story, is Jason Todd becoming Red Hood, to where eventually the end goal is the kind of what we see from Under the Red Hood, the animated movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like Batman and Jason are kind of like, we're going to like Red Hood's like, we're going to coexist if you like it or not. You're going to do things your way. I'm going to do them my way. What if we have that same kind of relationship between Nightwing and Red Hood, where it's like, you know what? We've developed, we've kind of had a bond, but in the end, I'm an anti-hero. I'm going to do the dirty work that you're afraid to do, Boy Scout. Mm-hmm. And that's eventually the end goal of it, of like, Red Hood is here. He's in the DCEU, or not DCU, the Titans TV series, and he is going to be the direct anti-hero to Nightwing and to the Titans in the end.
Now, this would work the way better that I described it, the thing I'm going to say next, but it could work just off the bat if you kind of set it up the right way. What if you had this Jason Todd? Like, you have the new Robin, you have Nightwing, and then once in a while you see, like, just glimpse of the Red Hood, like, throughout the season 1, glimpse of the Red Hood,
like, it
gone.
just flash gone.
Well, sort of. Like, he's there, and then all of a sudden, like, look away, look back, he's gone already. And, like, to hit, like, the other Titans, to hit the Nightwing, and obviously this Robin really wouldn't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, was that Jason?
Was that Jason Todd? Was that Red Hood?
Well, not was that
true.
Red Hood.
Was that Jason Todd?
Like, was that Jason Todd? Or was just, it would be more of a, was that Jason?
Because it's interesting, too.
And then it would just be, like, no, it's like one of those shake it off, it can't be, he's dead.
I'm going to play off of that, and this is what we usually do. So we know that Brother Blood is going to be a part of this, but is going to be a side villain getting us ready, because the end of season 1 into season 2 will probably be Trigon, where this whole season, Raven's going to develop in how to use her powers, learn how to use them. By the end of season 1, boom, we've set up Trigon. He's going to be the big baddie for season 2. What if Red Hood's our baddie for season 1, where it's kind of like what you're saying. It's not like, boom, here's Red Hood, but it's one of those, like, the Titans have to stop, because also Dick Grayson in this is going to be kind of his Nightwing counterpart, where he's a detective or a sheriff by day, Nightwing by night. So he's cop, then Nightwing. What if there's, like, a string of murders, or a string of just, murders is what I'll go with. But they're all, like, bad people. They're all, like, gangbangers, mafia-type people, to where Dick Grayson starts to gradually put 2 and 2 together, and then we get our kind of standoff of when he comes face-to-face with Red Hood, to where he reveals, I'm Jason Todd. But, like, while this is going on, obviously us as the viewer get some screen time with Jason outside of Red Hood without Robin kind of knowing. Like they do in some TV shows. Where it's like, hey, this is what the villain's kind of doing, to give you some of that kind of aspect to it. That could also be it, where Red Hood's our big baddie, or he develops into Red Hood, so then boom, he's in this universe.
What if it went along the lines of, like you said, Red Hood's like a more of the villain throughout this until like we get our Trigon part?
Yeah.
What if it's like every episode that includes, because obviously it's not all going to focus on like Nightwing.
Yeah.
But anyone that includes Nightwing in the like the bigger arc of the story has like a Jason Todd flashback of like like this is who Jason Todd was.
Yeah.
Yada, yada. Like,
really the only one that would have that though would be
like all like all flashbacks of pre Death in the Family, and then finally the big reveal, like, and you show stuff with the Red Hood but you never reveal who it is.
Yeah.
And then at like near the
we know who it is.
Exactly.
Come on.
But,
we know.
But near end of season, all of a sudden, Red Reveal Hood, everything just like world just drops underneath him. Like
Jason's
alive.
Like, because maybe Batman knows this, but Dick Grayson doesn't.
Yeah, and like worst case scenario, like you have Jason with like horrible facial scar or whatever they want to make it, so it's like a slightly altered Jason, slightly more pale how he was to be. You gotta make some slight alteration to show like this is Jason, but this is Jason after death.
And another interesting thing, I'm going to throw in kind of a different Titan story into this.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing that they're doing with Titans is Cyborg's not a part of Teen Titans right now.
True.
Where it's basically going to be Dick Grayson, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy. And I know that they have Donna Troy signed on, but she's probably not going to be till later on. There are rumors that Superboy will later make a cameo, but the big one is Cyborg. Some people are like, where's Cyborg in this? And the thing that I can't wait until they kind of lap over each other is there were audition tapes kind of leaked out this week for Cyborg, but for the Doom Patrol series. So there was a script a while ago that said Doom Patrol, and I guess it's going to be another series, streaming series developed by DC for this DC universe, and Cyborg's going to be a part of that.
Oh, nice.
So my question is, eventually, I don't know when this will be, does Cyborg start out Doom Patrol, and then after a season, maybe 2, he comes over to Titans? Or I'm going to come and cameo in some Titans. And the thing that was interesting about it was we kind of got our first kind of idea of what these series are going to be like. And I'm assuming because it's a streaming service, it's not going to be like your normal TV show like The Flash.
Yeah.
Because they drop a few F-bombs. They have some explicit language in there. So right now I'm on the side of, cool, I'm digging it because I want that kind of, not dark and like when I say dark and gritty, I kind of go because I think of the DCEU.
Yeah.
But kind of that idea of like, all right, this is gonna feel real. You know what I'm saying? Not like, well, nobody swears in real life. Bing, and then they wink at the camera. It's gonna have that sense of like realness to it. And that's what I'm most excited for this. I also can't wait for it to come. It's supposed to come in, the streaming service in general is supposed to come in, late fall or in the fall, they're saying. So hopefully I only have to wait 2 more months for this and hopefully can get it in the early fall.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts about Cyborg, Red Hood that you think we have not hit and that we should?
Not really. I mean, Cyborg would probably come off as a cameo because they didn't seem like they had really like the intent of putting him in there full time.
No, they didn't.
So I mean, because they're almost replacing it. Hawk and Dove are supposed to be in there. You have Beast Boy, Starfire.
And it looks like Hawk and Dove are only going to make from what I heard, they're only going to be in a few episodes.
Okay, so I mean, you're going to have the.
Completely forgot about Hawk and Dove.
You did, didn't you?
I did for a second until you brought him up.
Yeah, and then I mean, don't remember who else because it's the main 4 that we always have. They're dropping Cyborg apparently, and then I guess Hawk and Dove in a few episodes. I'm not sure who else they're going to do. I know in the article you found, it said possibly Power Girl, possibly like 2 other people, but those were not like guarantees either. So it's gonna be interesting without Cyborg.
I cannot wait for this. This is probably one of the most things I am excited for most of this kind of anything that we talk about. I love the Teen Titans cartoon series. I miss Teen Titans dearly. And one thing that I do love is my DC and my Teen Titans. I want to ask you one thing that probably, and the reason why I'm asking this is because I don't think we're ever going to touch this as a full topic because I never played this game.
Okay.
But I want to get your thought because you're an Xbox guy.
Okay.
And this guy is an MCU actor. Did you hear the news about Dave Bautista this week?
No.
He is actively pursuing playing Marcus Phoenix, who's the lead guy in Gears of War, for the Gears of War movie.
That'd be cool. I never played Gears of War.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, you know what? I've never played Gears of War. But like I saw an article where they like casted out the entire cast. Batista, The Rock, John Cena. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Just take my money. Do it and take my money if they do that.
May as well. I mean,
just have the WWE, man.
All three of those would definitely fit those characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess the tweet is at Dave Bautista. I'm enjoying basically all the films you've been in and was a huge fan during WWE run. What's your dream role? I'm hoping they ask you to play Marcus Phoenix in the Gears of War movie. Hashtag Ask Dave. And GameSpot tweeted back, because that's what he was doing the interview with, I've been pursuing Gears of War for years now. Marcus Phoenix is absolutely a dream role. So that's something that I saw, and I'm like, you know what, we're probably not going to have a full topic on it, because I know for me, I've never been an Xbox guy, so never played Gears of War. I'm assuming if a Gears of War game, new one comes out, you'll jump on it. Well, we'll jump on it because we'll get you the game so that you can go ahead and play it, because you're the only one at MVP that has an Xbox. The rest of us are Sony fanboys and have PlayStations.
Finally, one guy on the right system.
Yeah, you're vastly outnumbered.
Oh.
Mark, me,
just because I'm outnumbered
Dave,
doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Sean, Brandon, all of us have PlayStations.
Just because I'm outnumbered doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Johnny's like, I just need to recruit more Xbox people. But
yep.
This is where you guys come in. Let us know what you think down below about anything we talked about today. And if you're on YouTube, make sure to tell us what you think about the Titan story with Jason Todd that we just talked about. A little bit of housekeeping here at the end. Number one, if you liked what you heard, liked what you saw, make sure to check out patreon.com/Most Valuable Podcast. It helps support the channel. You can do so each and every month by being rewarded for it. Also, check out our store down below in the description where you can get yourself a sweet MVP t-shirt. Also, check out iTunes, Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating. We've been going for so long. I've been recording so much this week. It's just kind of mush up here at that point. It's just mush up here. But Apple Podcast, iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. Type a little something about what you liked about the podcast and why other people should listen to it too. And then last but not least, check out mostvaluablepodcast.com where you can get you everything for MVP each and every day. I want to thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Thank you guys for listening on podcast services around the world. Johnny and I will be back next week for some more nerdy culture. And as always, have a good day, everybody.